My name is Patrick Hamill. I'm the area field training manager for the Southeast. And prior to that, I was the territory manager for Western North Carolina and the Tri-Cities of Tennessee. So I found out by a good mutual friend named Austin Renz. He is now the regional manager in the Orlando, Central Florida area. And so he and I had a mutual friend. I was living in the Raleigh area. We went to dinner one night, and then I ended up meeting a lot of the other sales associates and figured, wow, like what y'all do is really cool. I was currently in a consulting role here in town for a pharmaceutical company, but wanted to get into something that was more engaging, really making more of an impact. And what they were telling me about Align and even outside of Invisalign with iTero and the digital world that we're revolutionizing, it was really exciting. So after a couple of weeks of like slowly stepping my foot into what they're doing, I was all in of, well, when's the next hiring date and can I maybe get into this? So actually 6 months in, after a heightened focus in developing and understanding the product, the company, our value proposition, the way we work with customers, I was fortunate enough to go out and pilot the digital adoption specialist role, which is now in existence across all of our major markets in the US, and they support the iTero integration and workflows for orthodontic offices, dental service organizations, private practice, dentist offices. So I think that was the best opportunity, being able to work under the special markets department to see what these large group practices look like and really see what our digital technology in combination of iTero and Invisalign can do to transform a practice or an entire dental service organization. So I think that was the coolest. But really, to have 6 months, because at that time it wasn't as focused on a 12-month before you get to go on a coverage. At that time, it was wherever there's a coverage need, whether you're there for 6 months or 8. But 6 months seemed to be the threshold. So just to know that they had my back and that even if it was 6 months at that period of time with a young program, that they were gonna sharpen me up to be as most effective. I think ultimately that's what I wanna do every day of work, is just put my maximum effort forward and know that what I'm doing is going to have a better end result. And they really helped shape that for me. So that was a big win out of the program. I think it comes back to mission of the company. I mean, the company I worked with before, they did pharmaceutical consulting. So it's compliance, it's regulatory things, it's standard operating procedures across manufacturing of a pharmaceutical good. To me, there's a mission here that in result is really changing people's lives. I went through braces for 3 years as a child, had headgear at night. In treatment now, I have relapsed, of course, because I didn't wear a retainer and those things weren't prescribed. And I just knew that from the effort that my parents took and I took just to get a better smile, it unbelievably changed my trajectory, whether it was leading clubs and organizations in college or ultimately landing decent jobs to then develop yourself. And of course, then here with Align. So I just feel like the mission behind what we do is it's hard not to wake up and feel like you're gonna make an impact today. I knew that the sales development program was one that was gonna develop me, or else I wouldn't have jumped into that. I really wanted the support and somebody to wrap their arms around me and say, sales can be consultative, it can be people-focused, it doesn't have to be beginning with the end goal for you in mind. With Align, if we're focusing on the doctor's end goal, it ultimately helps us win as a sales rep. So I think the investment that they made in us was just help us realize a more empathetic sales approach into what we do. And that ultimately we're going to win as a company as long as we're helping our customers win. So there's this always constant mindset of investing in our customer while we're investing in you. And then the sales development program being, in the title development, made me confident in taking that. But since then, whether it's opportunities to be a field sales trainer and pay forward my learnings over my first 2 to 3 years as a territory manager back to new hires, or now in this area field training manager role where it's designed to develop you into the next career step, whether that's in people management or in business development management, wherever you really might want to go, working cross-functionally with all sorts of departments to help really figure out where would be your best next step. Where can you make the most impact and feel most fulfilled?